Welcome back to another 10 hidden features in Arcane Odyssey. Here are 10 more hidden features, and if you've watched my videos before, subscribe if you want to. So, let's begin. For number 1, I found this thing from my clan. If you break rocks, there's a chance of you to get gems. And gems, this is like the only way that you can farm gems. You can get them from chests, but that is much rarer. And this is like kind of a somewhat guaranteed way. It's not like you get a gem each time. It's very rare, but when you do get one, it's really good. So it's like a, how do you say, it's a proper method of farming it, and it's basically if you break any type of rock. So let's say you break the rocks on Mount Orthirs, they work as well. And these rocks on Ravenna work as well. So just tiny rocks, you use anything on them, it doesn't matter. You can use your fighting styles, weapons, magic, it doesn't really matter. You can use anything on them and they break, and this is what it looks like when you get a gem. For number 2, there's a very neat little trick that you can do with leap spells, and it's pretty interesting. So if you have 2 spells, one set to 1 leap and one set to 5 leaps, you can actually stack them together. So like you see here, basically you do the 1 leap first, and then you can do like the 4 more leaps, which are the small ones. And I don't know if this is a bug, but it's pretty cool, and you can do this with your strength as well. So yeah, it's a neat little trick. Just have 2 different leap spells, one set to 1 and one set to 5, and that's it. In number 3, this is a little trick that you can use when you're looting underwater ruins. So right now I've taken a water breathing potion, and there's a lot of sharks, so right now I'm just gonna kill them normally. So once you've taken care of the sharks, this trick works on bronze seal chests. Basically, bronze seal chests actually float. So we can pick them up, but you don't have to carry them straight up. You can just let them go, and they go all the way up. Like they just go all the way up. It doesn't matter where you are standing, or if you're under a cave or in a cave, they will go straight up. And I use this trick to my advantage, because in this specific ruin, there was actually 3 bronze chests right beside each other, and it would take much more time just to bring them up one by one. So what I did is I just let them go. So as soon as I pick them up, I let them go. They go straight up, and they float for a good maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So within that time, you can get your boat close enough so that you can just jump off the boat, pick them up from the water, and do the same thing like 2 more times, and you have all the boats or all the chests within just a few minutes. And yeah, this is like a really interesting way on farming the bronze seal chests in underwater ruins. And you can see they're just floating there on the side of the boat, and you can just go right to them and pick them up, and done. It's that simple. For number 4, I have talked about how swivel guns can increase the chances of like the shark drops from like in a previous video. However, I didn't talk about how you can kill the sharks with the swivel gun. So in the recent update, as you can see, there's a shark circling me right now. If you have a swivel gun, if you shoot towards the water where there is a shark, the shark will actually start spinning around the boat, and it will slowly get closer to you. And you have to, like, it's like a little mini game. And depending on what magic you use, well, it's gonna have its own effects. And I just kill a shark like that. You have a 3 times multiplier when you use a swivel gun against when you kill them by hand. So if you kill them by hand, it's 1/3 of the chance if like from using a swivel gun, if that makes sense. And also different guns or different add-ons, that's what they're called, do different amounts of damage. Like the harpoon does 1,000, like 300 to 500 damage, which basically you just need 3 shots on the what do you call it, white eyes, and he's dead. Just 3 shots, which is insane. This does like I did like 200 to 100, and I'm using earth, so it's earth powered because it's mage, because I'm like a savant. So yeah. For number 5, this is just a little quest thing. On Shell Island, there is a little quest, a very short little quest that you can get a free power enchant scroll. Not many people know about it. They might not even have used it yet, so use it right. You have to talk to this person called Assasin, and basically you just go to the ancient like halls, and this is where they are. It's the one that you use for like when you want to awaken, and you have to stand at a very specific place to finish the quest. So it's just off the side of the cliff, and once you're here, you want to just jump to the first pillar that is near it. So just you want to just do a short little jump, and that completes the quest. And then you just want to go ahead and talk to her again, and just like that, you get a power enchantment scroll. And it's only once, like you can only do this once, but it's worth it. You just get a free one. You don't have to get lucky. This is like a guaranteed power scroll. For number 6, many people don't actually know this, but you can actually get a drop called the Cultist robes from the Cultists in the forest of Chernuno, and they look pretty drippy, if I do say so myself. They look really good. No, I haven't seen many people wear it, and it looks really good. It's from the low level like cultist, not the boss, and you can get the robe, like the mask thing as well, like the hood, but sadly you can't color it, but it looks really good. I think you should be able to color it. That should be a feature. So that's what it looked like, but I don't have it because it's really rare. For number 7, someone left a comment that there's this little Easter egg where you can see at Dawn Island, where you start off. It's a part of the story where you can actually see Tucker's body decay when you go through the storyline. So when you start at the start, it's like a new fresh body, but when you go through your storyline, it becomes more and more decayed, and soon it may even become a skeleton. Or maybe there's a plot twist where he gets revived. For number 8, this one requires a bit more of an explanation. Hold on. There we go. Basically, the attacks that for rush, for strength, it has a very interesting thing. So for example, the rush down attack, it's very, how do you say it? There's this thing called the finisher, and this changes where the enemy ends up. So right now it's spiral right kick, and what that does is, let's say I grab onto this spiral frost brigand, it tosses him straight down. So let's say I do it like towards the sky like that. Okay, it tosses him straight down, just like straight down. Now let's say I change that. I change that right left upwards kick. What that does, so it tosses them straight up like that. And there's different ones where you can also toss them to the left or towards, I think. And this is pretty interesting because this allows you to basically like have a chain of attacks, and the enemy can't guess like, oh, I'm gonna go straight down, so they're gonna go straight down. So you're gonna basically like be predictable. But if you have, let's say, multiple rushes, and then if you grab them multiple times, wait, let me just try to grab someone again. Now it's a sideways kick. So if I use it on them, so that, yeah, so the sideways push it to the right. And the same thing for, let's say, if you did, let's say you did a right sideways kick, it would kick it to the left, because left sideways kick kicks it to the right because you're kicking from this way, and right sideways kick, you kick it from the right, so you kick from this way. And it's a very neat little thing. And what you can do is you can have multiple of these kicks, and basically have it be unpredictable, and like you can make them go in front and then you dash towards them, or you can bring them down and then you do a rush down or a crash like that. I mean, what do you call that? What do you call that move? The smash move. So let's say you bring them up there, you bring them down, and then you just stomp on them basically. Or let's say you grab them, you throw them towards you, and then you just do the crash move. Both works. Or you can like also just use a Q move. It's very unpredictable, and it's also really good. For number 9, this little trick is pretty. It's a reference to the Assassin's Creed games. Basically, it's like a parkour trick, and it works on very various places, on multiple places like what do you call it? Shell Island, Harvest Island, also one on I think Elm Island. Basically, the way it works is if you see it's like these type of poles or ledges, if you just hold W, it does this little like animation, I guess, but it's also very interactive. So you can't really go back towards it, but you can it's like a little dash. It does it for you, so you can do it does like mini dashes. So it's like a very few places, and it's pretty interesting. And then at the end here, you can dash wherever you want to, or you can just go here, and it does that climbing thing, which is also another parkour mechanic. And it's a little interesting thing. I think, and some of you may have already done it, but probably didn't notice it, or you have never done it as well. So that's why I'm putting this here on this list. And finally, for number 10, you can find this trick on many islands. Basically, chests spawn underwater, and they spawn specifically on places where there are man-made structures. So for example, in Shell Island, if you can find chests just underwater, under the pathways and the houses. And at Ravenna, you can find underwater chests under the boats, or even under bridges around Ravenna, and many other places as well. So that's a neat little trick, and usually gold or silver chests spawn underwater, so you can get some really good stuff if you find them. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a comment on which ones you already knew, and yeah, subscribe if you want to. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh, the sun is down.